Here's a bold truth. The moment you set pen to paper, you invite the limitless power of creation to dance across your life. Writing isn't just about capturing thoughts. It's a sacred ritual, one where your visions, dreams, and intentions take on physical form. Think of each word as a seed planted in fertile soil, ready to bloom at the perfect time. Many of us believe that our goals and desires belong tucked away in our minds or whispered silently in our hearts. But when you write something down, you do more than store a fleeting idea. You give it a home in the external world, bridging the gap between what is hoped for and what can become real. In this journey together, we're going to explore the understated power of writing. Whether you dream of attracting new opportunities, healing old wounds, or finding deeper fulfillment in your relationships, a simple pen and a blank page can be your greatest ally. Like shining a flashlight into a dark corner, writing reveals hidden beliefs, both empowering and limiting. It lets you confront old fears with clarity and reshape them into something liberating. There's no single right way to do this. Some people keep detailed journals, chronicling daily experiences and insights. Others scribble down affirmations on sticky notes or type them into a phone memo. The beauty lies in the personal nature of this practice. It's a conversation with the universe, one that's honest, spontaneous, and ever-evolving. What you're about to discover is that words, when written with intention, carry a vibration that resonates beyond the page. They reflect what you truly feel inside, and they send ripples out into the world around you. If your heart needs healing, your writing can be a gentle salve. If your spirit craves abundance, your pen can paint pictures of the prosperity that awaits. Even if you're unsure of what to write or how to begin, that's all right. The simple act of getting started can open doors you didn't know existed. As we move forward, we'll see how this humble practice ties into universal principles like self-love, gratitude, forgiveness, and mindful living. You'll learn techniques that transform negative self-talk into words of hope and possibility. More than anything, though, you'll learn that by putting your faith on paper, you're actually channeling an infinite reservoir of creative force, one that's just waiting for your permission to flow. So let's step into this discovery, pen in hand, heart open, ready to write our way into a life guided by light and abundance. It might feel like the universe is vast and indifferent, but consider the possibility that everything in existence is bound by a common thread of energy. When you write down your hopes and visions, you aren't merely recording random thoughts. You're sending an energetic signal, a request for co-creation. Picture the universe as a willing companion who, at every moment, stands ready to respond, but only if you speak its language. Writing is one of the most genuine dialects you can use. It goes deeper than fleeting wishes or whispered requests. It's tangible proof that you believe enough to put your dreams in black and white. In many ways, writing is a way of clarifying your intentions. Verbal affirmations can drift away as soon as you say them, but words on paper have a certain permanence. This permanence nudges your subconscious mind into action. It whispers, "This must be important, or else we wouldn't have taken the time to write it down." From there, your thoughts begin to realign, weaving themselves into new patterns. Patterns that speak of possibility, of hope, and of unwavering belief. At first, you may doubt that the universe is listening, especially if life feels chaotic or unresponsive. Sometimes people dismiss the idea that writing down a desire could have any real impact. Yet, countless individuals have found unexpected breakthroughs after consistently journaling or penning affirmations. The reason is simpler than you might think. Writing fosters focus. Focus channels energy. And energy, when directed with enough conviction, has the power to shape outcomes. Imagine you want to heal a damaged relationship. By writing down your willingness to forgive, you shift the energy around that situation. The universe notices not just your words, but also the emotional vibration behind them. If you consistently reinforce that vibration through repeated journaling, your subconscious mind starts looking for solutions, opening your heart to new perspectives and attracting conditions that encourage reconciliation. Or consider financial stress. When you feel trapped by worry, negative thoughts spiral, making it hard to envision a brighter future. Writing out statements like, "Abundance is on its way to me," might seem forced at first, but with repetition, you begin to adopt a different outlook. This isn't magical thinking. It's about transforming how you perceive the world so you can spot opportunities you'd otherwise overlook. Think of the universe as an ally who responds to clarity. The clearer your intention, the stronger the signal you emit. When you write, you give that clarity shape, structure, and staying power. This is your time to step forward, pen in hand, trusting that the moment you commit your desires to paper, you activate a cosmic conversation, one that can bring blessings your way in ways you never imagined. Words hold a vibration. Though you can't physically see a wave of energy pulsing from your pen, each letter, thought, and emotion you capture on paper carries its own subtle frequency. Over time, these frequencies accumulate, leaving an imprint on your mind and spirit. This may sound mystical, but it's grounded in how language influences our emotions. Consider how a single uplifting phrase can brighten your entire day, while a harsh or self-critical note can diminish your confidence in moments. When you write, you give these vibrations a vessel. Think of a blank page as an empty canvas, a space where anything is possible. The second you begin, you color it with intention. Suppose you feel stuck in a cycle of self-doubt or negative thinking. By consciously choosing words of self-love and affirmation, you start to dissolve those old patterns. That's the magic of writing. It realigns not just your conscious thoughts, but also the deeper beliefs locked in your subconscious mind. One powerful exercise is to transform your worries into statements of hope. If you catch yourself thinking, "I will never succeed," try writing, "I am open to success and it's finding its way to me now." There's a subtle but meaningful shift when you see those words in your own handwriting. It's as if you've told your inner being, "Let's create a better story." Over time, that new story gains momentum. The universe, ever sensitive to your energy, responds to the updated message you're sending out. Another way to harness the vibrational nature of words is to let the pen flow freely. Instead of forcing perfect sentences, set aside a few minutes to write whatever comes to mind. No judgment, no editing. This kind of free-form journaling allows emotional blocks to surface so they can be acknowledged and released. Once those blocks clear, you naturally make room for higher vibrations like gratitude, joy, and compassion. Remember, though, that it isn't about masking genuine pain or ignoring reality. The aim is to acknowledge what you feel: anger, sadness, frustration, and then gradually guide your perspective toward a place of empowerment. Writing is your companion in this process, a tool to help you become more aware of the stories you tell yourself. Once you identify which stories serve you and which do not, you can rewrite them. As you practice, you'll notice subtle changes in your daily life. Maybe your interactions become warmer, or sudden opportunities appear just when you need them. These coincidences are often signs that your new thoughts and words are shaping the experience around you. Embrace them, write about them, and let each affirming word lift your vibration higher, calling in the circumstances that match the positive frequency you're building each time you put pen to paper. Feeling uncertain or skeptical about writing as a path to transformation is natural. Many of us carry a background hum of doubt, shaped by past disappointments or ingrained beliefs that life has to be hard. But doubt doesn't mean this practice won't work for you. In fact, welcoming a bit of skepticism can sharpen your curiosity and drive you to experiment with fresh perspectives. The key is not to let doubt silence you. Instead, use it as a catalyst to understand which thoughts need healing the most. When you confront a discouraging voice in your mind, something that says, "Nothing will ever change," gently observe it. Ask yourself, where did this belief come from? Often it's rooted in experiences of hurt, rejection, or repeated failures. By writing out the specifics of that belief, you gain clarity. Maybe you trace it back to a harsh comment a teacher made when you were young, or a series of missed opportunities that left you feeling powerless. Seeing these roots on paper can be surprisingly liberating. It helps separate who you truly are from what you once internalized. Next, try creating a counterbalance. If your doubt says, "I'm never going to heal," write something like, "I am taking active steps toward healing every single day." Initially, this might feel like a lie, especially if old pain still grips you. But here's the pivotal truth. Healing begins the moment you decide it does. No matter how many times you've been knocked down, the choice to stand back up starts within. By affirming this in writing, you're sending a powerful command to your mind to look for signs of progress, however small they may be. Overcoming inner doubt also means being patient with yourself. True transformation rarely happens overnight. You might write affirmations for a week and feel frustrated if you don't notice immediate results. Remember that you're unraveling patterns that might have taken years, even decades to form. Each time doubt surfaces, treat it as a reminder to keep writing. Doubt is like a dim flashlight, revealing the darkest corners where fear still lingers. Shine your pen light of hope there and watch what happens. It can also help to share your written intentions or breakthroughs with someone you trust, a friend, mentor, or spiritual companion. Sometimes speaking your words aloud helps solidify them in your heart. If you're not comfortable sharing personal details, keep them in your journal. Know that the act of writing alone already sets change in motion. Be kind to yourself in this process. Doubt may never fully vanish, but it can stop dictating your life's narrative. Each time you catch it creeping in, counteract it by reaffirming your worth, your capacity for growth, and your right to believe in a brighter tomorrow. Over time, your pen becomes a gentle yet powerful shield, a reminder that where there is faith, doubt holds less sway. Before the world can reflect love back to us, we need to nurture it within ourselves. Writing, in this sense, is like a personal mirror. When you journal daily, you're not merely recording events. You're engaging in a dialogue with your deeper consciousness. You're telling yourself that your thoughts, feelings, and well-being matter enough to deserve a few devoted minutes of clarity each day. A beneficial way to start is by setting a regular journaling time. Some find that early mornings offer a clean slate for self-discovery, while others prefer evenings, reflecting on the day before rest. Whichever you choose, make this time non-negotiable, a gentle appointment with yourself. Write about anything that arises, your triumphs, your frustrations, your dreams. The key is to be honest. Authenticity paves the way for real transformation. In these journal entries, weave in short affirmations of self-love. For instance, after describing a challenging situation at work, follow up with something like, "Despite my challenges, I cherish who I am becoming." Over time, such reminders shift your internal narrative. Instead of viewing difficulties as evidence of inadequacy, you begin to see them as stepping stones on a path of growth. This is the subtle but profound reprogramming that consistent journaling can inspire. When self-criticism bubbles up, try a writing practice called the compassion letter. Imagine you're comforting a dear friend who's going through the same struggle you are. Write a supportive letter, full of reassurance and empathy, but address it to yourself. This exercise can dissolve barriers of self-judgment, revealing a gentler and more caring voice. Often we offer kindness to others while reserving the harshest critiques for ourselves. Shifting that dynamic helps cultivate genuine self-love. Additionally, incorporate visualization. After journaling about your goals or your vision for yourself, close your eyes and imagine living it out. Feel the warmth of that reality. Then jot down the sensory details, what you see, hear, and feel. This dual approach, writing and visualizing, anchors your desires more firmly in your consciousness, reinforcing belief in what's possible. Remember, self-love is the cornerstone of all healing and manifestation. Without it, even the most carefully written goals can feel hollow or incomplete. The universe often responds to your sense of worthiness. If deep down, you believe you aren't deserving of a fulfilling relationship or personal success, you may unconsciously block the very abundance you're asking for. Daily journaling can help you uncover and undo these hidden roadblocks. No matter how tumultuous life gets, returning to this practice affirms that your well-being matters. In time, you'll notice subtle shifts. You speak to yourself more kindly, you set healthier boundaries, and you carry a renewed sense of confidence into your day. By writing your journey in love, you allow love to become the language of your life, reflected in your actions, your relationships, and your capacity to dream without limitation. Forgiveness can feel like giving up the moral high ground, especially if you've been hurt deeply. Yet in truth, holding on to grudges or pain often weighs you down more than it ever affects the other person. Writing becomes a powerful mediator in this process, allowing you to unload the heaviness you might be carrying. By transferring pain, anger, or resentment onto paper, you create space within yourself. That space, once cleared, can be filled with something far more beneficial: peace, understanding, and new beginnings. Start by writing a letter to the person or situation that caused you harm. You don't have to send it. In fact, many choose not to. The act of detailing the hurt, acknowledging the emotions, and then consciously deciding to let them go is the real healing. In this letter, be as raw and honest as you need to be. There's no need for polite filters. This is your space to release pent-up frustration or sorrow without judgment. Once it's all out, close with a line like, "I set myself free by forgiving this situation." Surprisingly, one of the most overlooked aspects of forgiveness is self-directed. We often punish ourselves for past mistakes, shaming ourselves privately in ways we would never treat another. If that sounds familiar, devote some journaling to self-forgiveness. Write a letter to yourself that expresses compassion for the moments you wish had gone differently. Acknowledge that you did the best you could with the awareness you had at the time. By releasing self-judgment, you unlock a more loving relationship with who you are now. There's also a practical benefit to these writing exercises. Resentment and unresolved emotional turmoil can sap your mental and physical energy. Many people find that once they unload these burdens through journaling, they gain renewed vitality. It's as though the body and mind can finally breathe, no longer weighed down by tension and unspoken pain. This shift in energy opens up room for more positive experiences to enter your life. Of course, forgiveness doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior or inviting toxicity back into your world. It's a decision to stop letting someone else's actions, or your own past actions, continue to harm you in the present. By writing it down, you make forgiveness a conscious practice, turning an abstract concept into something tangible. Each stroke of the pen declares, "I'm choosing peace over bitterness." As you continue this process, keep note of how your perspective changes. You may find new depths of empathy or compassion, not only for others, but also for yourself. This gentler outlook then radiates into other areas of life, your relationships, your goals, even your physical health. Let writing be your faithful ally in this endeavor, reminding you that forgiveness is less about the past and more about freeing your future from the weight of old wounds. Gratitude is more than a polite thank you. It's a transformative force that can shift your entire outlook on life. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you naturally welcome more of the good stuff to flow in. It might sound paradoxical, but noticing even the tiniest blessings, a comfortable bed, a supportive friend, a moment of laughter, can profoundly influence your mood and energy. Writing these observations down is a way of affirming their importance, signaling both your mind and the universe that you appreciate life's gifts. Consider starting a daily gratitude log. Each evening, list at least 3 things you're thankful for. Don't pressure yourself to find grand events. Small joys count just as much. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun on your face, a cup of tea that brought you comfort, or a pleasant chat with someone you care about. By capturing these in writing, you solidify them in your consciousness. Over time, this habit rewires your mind to spot positivity more easily throughout the day, turning gratitude from an occasional feeling into a lifestyle. Why is this so powerful? It's partly about tuning your inner radar. The human brain is wired to notice threats or negatives first, a survival mechanism inherited from our ancestors. Gratitude journaling retrains that wiring, making it easier to see opportunities and solutions rather than obstacles. You begin to realize how abundant life can be, despite challenges or setbacks. If you want to magnify the effect, try pairing gratitude with visualization. After listing what you're currently thankful for, add 1 or 2 lines about something you'd like to receive. For instance, If you're hoping for a new job, write, "I'm deeply grateful for the chance to work in a role that fulfills me, surrounded by supportive colleagues." By framing future desires with the energy of gratitude, you invite them into your reality as though they're already unfolding. This practice also helps dismantle feelings of envy or comparison. When you regularly acknowledge your own blessings, you're less likely to covet someone else's circumstances. Instead, you develop a mindset of, if abundance is possible for them, it's possible for me too. That subtle shift replaces jealousy with hope. As a result, your energy feels lighter, more open, and more aligned with positive outcomes. Keep in mind that gratitude isn't about ignoring life's trials or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to highlight the goodness that does exist. Even on tough days, you might uncover small pockets of relief or kindness that deserve recognition. By putting them into words, you train your heart to remain receptive, ready to welcome even greater blessings. And as your gratitude grows, so does the magnetic pull you exert toward the life you've always envisioned. Through writing, you anchor each grateful thought in your reality, making space for miracles big and small. The mind and body aren't separate entities. They continuously influence each other in subtle but powerful ways. When you carry stress or negativity in your thoughts, your body often mirrors that tension with fatigue, headaches, or even suppressed immunity. Likewise, when your physical health is compromised, it can dampen your mood and limit your sense of possibility. Writing serves as a bridge that can bring these two aspects into harmony. One approach is to use journaling as a space to assess your overall well-being each day. Ask yourself, how do I feel physically, emotionally? This check-in encourages you to notice patterns. Perhaps on days you're wrestling with self-critical thoughts, you also experience shoulder tension or digestive upsets. By writing it down, you can connect the dots between emotional strain and physical symptoms. Awareness is the first step toward making conscious changes. In addition, consider incorporating a body-oriented practice like mirror work. Stand or sit in front of a mirror and observe yourself with compassion. Resist the urge to pick apart your perceived flaws. Instead, speak gentle affirmations like, "I honor my body for all it does for me." Then, note what emotions arise in a journal entry immediately afterward. If discomfort or embarrassment surfaces, write about it. Ask why you feel this way. You may uncover hidden beliefs about worthiness or appearance that are itching for a bit of kindness and redefinition. Another tool is visualization combined with writing. Picture your body surrounded by healing light or energy. Describe this image on paper, allowing each sentence to reflect the wellness you want to experience. You might write, "My cells are bathed in a soothing golden light, renewing every part of me." This exercise can be particularly helpful if you're coping with chronic pain or simply seeking a deeper connection to your physical self. Bringing mindfulness into your writing practice can also reduce stress, one of the biggest disruptors of overall well-being. Before you journal, take a few slow breaths. Ground yourself in the present moment, feeling the surface beneath you and the pen in your hand. Then, let your words flow. This small ritual can calm your nervous system and prime you for honest self-reflection. Ultimately, aligning body and mind paves the way for greater resilience and vitality. When your thoughts support your physical form and your body feels cared for, you become more receptive to life's blessings. This holistic balance often amplifies the impact of your written intentions, making it easier to manifest positive changes in every dimension of your life. Write your way toward wholeness, and you'll find that both your inner and outer experiences begin to blossom in unison. Abundance isn't limited to material wealth. It's a mindset of openness, receptivity, and trust in life's limitless supply. Many of us have grown up with notions of scarcity, believing resources, opportunities, or even love are in short supply. Writing offers a practical way to dismantle that scarcity mindset. By putting your abundant visions on paper, you signal that you're ready to step into a more expansive reality. Begin by clarifying what abundance truly means to you. For some, it might be financial security. For others, fulfilling relationships, creative freedom, or robust health. When you journal, avoid vague statements like, "I want more money." Instead, dive into details. What kind of lifestyle do you envision? How would you use your resources for good? Let your pen unleash your deepest desires, unfiltered by the voice that says, "That's impossible." The more specific you are, the more vivid and compelling your vision becomes. Once you have clarity, anchor it with affirmations. Write something like, "I welcome prosperity in all forms, and I use it to create a positive ripple in the world." Notice how that statement goes beyond personal gain, weaving in service or contribution. This perspective often magnifies your attraction to abundance because it aligns with a higher purpose. When your goals serve not just you, but also those around you, you tap into a bigger current of universal support. In addition, pay attention to any resistance that arises. Thoughts like, "I don't deserve this," or "I'm being greedy." Acknowledge them in writing. By bringing them into the open, you can challenge and reframe these limiting beliefs. Perhaps journal about how your good fortune can actually uplift others, or how celebrating your worthiness can inspire those around you to embrace their own. Recognizing your value isn't selfish. It's a doorway to shared prosperity. Then, let yourself dream. You might dedicate a few pages each week to future scripting, where you write as if you've already achieved or received your desires. Describe your life in the present tense, detailing how it feels to wake up in a state of security, excitement, or creative flow. This technique primes your mind to expect and accept that reality. You'll likely notice small synchronicities, new opportunities, or shifts in your perspective that nudge you closer to what you wrote down. Ultimately, abundance is about flowing with life rather than struggling against it. When you release the fear that there's not enough to go around, you allow ideas, support, and blessings to move toward you more freely. Writing about abundance transforms it from a mere concept into a felt reality. Each sentence weaves a tapestry of possibility, reminding you that the world is generous and that you too have every right to partake in its gifts. Trust in the synergy between your pen and the universe and watch as new doors begin to open with surprising ease. We've taken quite a journey, from discovering the vibrational magic of words to learning how daily journaling fosters self-love, forgiveness, and even physical well-being. Each step has hinged on one simple yet profound act: writing. Whether you're scripting out dreams of abundance, releasing lingering resentment, or affirming that you are worthy of boundless love, the power behind these words lies in their ability to bridge inner intention with external reality. By putting pen to paper, you've been shaping not just letters, but also the energy that underpins your life. Remember, doubt may knock at your door, and old habits can sometimes resurface. The key is consistency, even in small doses. 10 minutes of journaling can leave you feeling clearer, more hopeful, and more connected to a universe that truly wants to collaborate with you. Each page you fill is an invitation for higher guidance to flow, a tangible expression of your trust in something bigger than yourself. As you conclude this video, consider giving yourself a gift. Close your eyes for a moment and tune in to what your heart most longs for. Is it harmony in relationships, financial stability, or a deeper sense of spiritual fulfillment? Whatever comes up, open your journal and devote a page, or even a paragraph, to that very longing. Write as though it's already blooming in your life. Feel the gratitude and excitement welling up within you as you describe your envisioned reality in the present tense. Your words matter. They're more than scribbles on a page. They are the blueprint for the unfolding chapters of your story. If you ever feel discouraged, revisit the affirmations and exercises we've covered. Use them as gentle reminders that growth happens one thought, one sentence at a time. So take a leap of faith. Write it down, no matter how lofty or impossible it might seem. Let each letter be a seed you plant, trusting the soil of the universe to nurture and expand it beyond your expectations. In doing so, you become an active co-creator of your life. Someone who not only dreams, but also translates those dreams into tangible steps toward fulfillment. As you set down your pen or close your notebook app, hold on to this final affirmation. My words and my faith work hand in hand, guiding me toward a life of love, joy, and infinite possibility. With each fresh page, you reaffirm this truth, inviting the universe to make it happen in the most wondrous ways. May your writing journey continue to open new doors, heal old wounds, and reveal the incredible potential waiting just beneath the surface of every carefully chosen word.